This is our series, Presidents and Civil Rights. Let's talk about someone else rarely spoken about, John Tyler. John Tyler was born on March 29th, 1790, to a prominent slave-owning Virginia family. He was raised on a Greenway plantation. In 1811, at the age of 21, Tyler was elected to represent Charles City County in the House of Delegates. One of his positions was being a staunch supporter of states' rights. Duh. In 1813, he became a U.S. representative for the state of Virginia. He did not support the Missouri Compromise. Tyler believed that Congress did not have the power to regulate slavery and that admitting states based on whether they were slave or free was a recipe for sectional conflict. Throughout his time in Congress, he voted against bills that would restrict slavery in the territories. In 1825, he became governor, espousing states' rights. He became a senator in 1827. He became vice president in 1841. And a month after becoming vice president, he would become the 10th president of the United States of America. Let's talk about Tyler and slavery. In 1813, the year of his father's death, Tyler purchased Woodburn Plantation. As of 1820, Tyler owned 24 enslaved persons at Woodburn after having inherited 13 enslaved people from his father. He owned a considerable number of enslaved people, estimates ranging from 50 to several hundred throughout his life. Tyler, like several other presidents of the time, used enslaved labor to maintain the White House during his presidency. He also brought enslaved people with him to Washington, D.C., and employed them in the White House along free African Americans and white staff. Tyler reportedly sold multiple enslaved people to finance his political career. He first attempted to sell a black woman named Anne Eliza during his Senate run. And according to a news item from 1943 on slave-owning presidents, it is said that John Tyler sold one of his slaves to defray his expenses when he went to Washington to assume his duties as Vice President of the United States. Enslaved people were cash. Didn't know that, did you? The living conditions of his enslaved people are not well documented, but historians surmise that he cared for their well-being and abstained from physical violence against them. Tyler's treatment of his enslaved people was generally considered humane by the standards of the time, but they were still enslaved. Let's not forget that. Is it really humane if you own somebody? Is it? But I digress. Okay. It's crucial to remember that even in the context of relatively better treatment, slavery remained a system of forced labor and denied fundamental human rights. Okay, now I digress. Anyways, he reportedly refused to allow overseers to whip his enslaved people or split up families, and he never attended slave auctions. Tyler reportedly sold enslaved people on occasion. We already talked about Anne Eliza to fund his political career because I guess that was okay. I sound bitter because I am. There are allegations including from abolitionists and within oral histories of Black families, that Tyler fathered children with enslaved or free Black women. While unproven in some cases, some historical records and DNA evidence support the claim that at least one of Tyler's white sons fathered children with a Black woman. You're not surprised, right? We've had this discussion about enslaved Black women being violated by their enslavers and their sons and the overseers, right? Again, I digress. The White House Historical Association notes the widespread use of enslaved labor both in the construction and operation of the White House, including during Tyler's administration. Tomorrow, part 2.